Here are the latest price moves in crypto today. Starting in the general crypto market, we can see that there's mixtures going on across the board for the main cryptocurrencies. Bitcoin, for example, is up just a little bit, up 0.14%, above $29,200. It did take quite a hit the other day, which we'll be going over that in the trading chart in just a moment. Ethereum is up 0.7% at $1,861. BNB is down slightly at $237, down 0.3%. XRP is up 1.25%. Now, if we go ahead and take a look at some of these other coins, that, for example, Dogecoin, which is an altcoin, well known, it is actually up 10.5% today, looking quite good there, hanging out around 8 cents. And zooming out here just a little bit, let's go take a look at some Ethereum coins. We got a deep green for this token called Flex, which is up 23% at $4.29. In addition to that, we can also see, let's go ahead and try and get this zoomed in as best as we can. There is Theta, which is up 7.09% at 83 cents, almost 84 cents, and Maker, which is up 6.45%. And dropping down to other tokens, let's go ahead and zoom in a tad bit here. We can see, for example, there's a token called Mob, which is up 5.14%, and Likes, which is up 5.88%. So, in one of my previous videos, I had theorized that moving into Monday, what we could end up seeing is a run-up on AMC, the movie theater stock, a pullback on cryptocurrency, as AMC had a Friday after hours. So after the market had closed, in the after hours, it had a strong rally up. It ended up closing, I think, around, in the after hours, around 68%. So what ended up happening? Lo and behold, pre-market shoots up a ton, market opens, ends up going up quite a bit, very volatile day, as you guys can see there, and closed out slightly in the green. What I had also mentioned in my previous video is that with AMC, what we've seen historically, unfortunately, is that on Mondays, we see basically a fake out, meaning that the price climbs up a bit, and then throughout the week, the price drops down, and then when Friday, those call options come into play, they close out the money, and the regular retail investors, they get burned on this. But who ends up profiting off of it? It is I believe it's the market makers. So it would be companies such as Citadel, for example. A lot of people look at that as a form of manipulation. And it's very frustrating when you take into account a lot of the other factors that suggest why AMC has many indications that it should be much higher than what it is right now. So lo and behold, on the new day, on Tuesday, what do we see happen to the price of AMC? It pulls back, right? Closes down $5.12. It's down 12.48% on the day. In the after hours, it's down a little bit more, down 0.39% more as of the time of me recording this video. So let's see how this reflects over with crypto, right? Let's go move over to Bitcoin. So between the two, you can see that on the green candle here, Monday, what ended up happening, AMC went up, and then what had happened to Bitcoin, this massive tank. So my theory ended up playing out pretty darn accurately. Whether or not it was fully justified by the actions of, say, hedge funds as they were trying to protect themselves, or jumping in on the AMC play itself, that remains to be seen. But that was one of my theories there. And then we can also see the 50 moving average here on Bitcoin. So this green line is looking like it is a new formation of support. We do have a breakthrough on the wick itself. The actual candle closed a little bit above it. The new green candle on the day here looking like it is right around the same range. That bottom wick going just slightly below the 50 moving average. So as this climbs up, hopefully, that would suggest that we're going to start seeing Bitcoin itself also starting to make the climb as it tries to retest $30,000 and hopefully goes on a big, strong run. So that's on the Bitcoin side. Really need to see if it's going to pass 30,000. BNB, it's still moving sideways. We're now 2 days in a row in a green candle, which is interesting because I just told you guys over here that BNB is down 0.3%. So not sure why it's saying that there. I guess it's just two different resources. This is pulling it off of Binance. whereas the other website, I think that's just sort of an aggregated price. So BNB on the Binance side is looking like it is green. It's still within this consolidated space, and it's now far overextended itself beyond this channel zone that I had indicated for you guys, the 27 days, because that was more reflective of a past trend that had occurred. So hopefully we can pass above that 50 moving average, which, as you guys can see, continues to go down. And that's around $249 right now. Not much of a difference here, but the last time that we tried to pass above it, and we did, we actually started seeing a nice little rally going on. There was an uptick in volume down there as well, but unfortunately, that ended up closing out in the red on the day. So if it keeps retesting this, eventually suggestively, it should have a breakthrough, and we should start to see it climb up, and we really want to start to see that green line for Binance start to shift over, as it has been within this death cross formation for a decent amount of time. And then Ethereum, lo and behold, what's going on? It's still following that same trend line I've talked about in previous videos, right? So these indicators I've talked about, if you reference my old videos, you can see that what I had suggested of a reference point is proving itself to be quite reliable. So in that regard, I don't know if you guys can hear it. I patted myself on the back a little bit. So we got 4 days looking like of red candles. Unfortunately, it's above $1,912. For the new formation tomorrow, it looks like it's right around $1,904, and then the next day, it's looking like that's about $1,900. So possibly in 2 days is going to be a crucial testing point. Doesn't mean that we're not going to see things happen before then. It's already tried dropping down below here on Monday's candle. And you know what? Why is it not? Let me go and refresh the page, because it doesn't look like it's showing Tuesday. Ah, okay. Well, that was interesting. Is that the same thing that happened with BNB? Let's double check. What are you doing to me? Okay, well, BNB, now it's finally showing that red candle, and it's trying to still pass above that 50 moving average, like I was saying before. So then with Ethereum, it's dropped down below here. It's very close at the moment on the bottom side of this. You can see that the previous day it did drop down below that 50 moving average. Right now it's trying to stay above the 50 moving average. These are starting to converge, this 50 moving average and that top trend line. So I'm curious to see what kind of reaction is going to take place there. Hopefully it's bullish. I think a lot of people are trying to look at things as being more optimistic here, as we have had long, extensive downwards trajectories that have taken place over the last roughly year and a half. So now we move on, and with SafeMoon, we can see it is down 3 days in a row. It's down 1.09%, $20,000 in buy volume and $27,000 in sell volume. With SafeMoon on the Polygon side, it's down 1.84% in the last 24 hours, but it's 9 transactions total, $803 in buy volume. So it's actually all buys. Then we got SafeMoon over on the Ethereum side, and that one is up 0.51%, $926 in buy volume, $177 in sell volume. BBTF is looking beautiful. Holy cow, look at that. We've got 7 days in a row of being green, and on the new candle formation, it is up 15.49%. $32,000 in buy volume versus $20,000 in sell volume. And then for Pepe over on the SafeMoon SWAP, it is 5 days in a row of being red, and 1 transaction, $2,000 on the sell side. There we go. There are the latest price moves in cryptocurrency. It looks like with TradingView, I'm going to be having to refresh that on the daily. The other ones, I didn't have to do that before, and that's what kind of caught me off guard here a little bit. But BNB still hanging within that channel, guys. Ethereum, very close to that trend line, and with Bitcoin, it is right above that 50 moving average, starting to come up on the $30,000 as well. So curious to know what you guys think. Tell us your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. That's what I got for you in this video. Thank you so much to my Patreon supporters. Double shout out. Thank you to WeLoveSafeMoon.com, Victor Vegas, SafeMoon Oz for being higher level patrons. Thank you to my YouTube members as well. God bless, and we'll see you in the next episode.